Spoiler warning! This discussion dives deep into the enigmatic and hilarious world of Turbo Granny from Dandadan. If you haven't caught up on the manga or seen the anime adaptation, if it exists at the time of reading, proceed with caution. Major plot points and character arcs will be spoiled, so buckle up. Who is Turbo Granny? Turbo Granny, or Urabamba-sama, is one of the most iconic and bizarre characters in Dandadan, written by Yukinobu Tatsu. Initially introduced as an antagonistic entity, she is a vengeful spirit infamous for terrorizing anyone who dares enter her turf, a desolate tunnel where she prowls. But there's more to her than just her monstrous first impression. Turbo Granny is an elderly yokai with exaggerated feline features, jagged teeth, and a penchant for making life chaotic for the cast. She's known for her superhuman speed, as her nickname suggests, and a mischievous sense of humor that becomes more apparent as the story unfolds. Turbo Granny's arc and character growth. Introduction. The scary beginning. Her first appearance sets the tone for her role as a fearsome spirit. When Ken Takakura, aka Okarun, encounters her, she curses him, stealing his, family jewels. Yep, you read that right. This incident pushes him into a desperate quest to undo the curse, forcing him and the heroine Momo Ayase into a battle against paranormal and extraterrestrial foes. Turbo Granny's curse forms the core of the early chapters, showcasing her as a symbol of supernatural chaos and danger. Transition to ally. Despite her initial hostility, Turbo Granny is gradually forced into a tenuous partnership with Okarun. After being subdued and somewhat exorcised, her spirit is sealed within a cat statue, allowing her to take on a more comical and less malicious role. From this point on, her character shifts from outright antagonist to reluctant ally. Turbo Granny becomes a hilarious presence, often offering cryptic but surprisingly insightful advice, mocking the cast, or getting dragged into battles against other supernatural entities. She helps the group in significant battles, albeit with a snarky attitude. Growth and emotional depth. As the series progresses, Turbo Granny is given more layers. Flashbacks and lore reveal her tragic backstory, shedding light on how she became the cursed entity haunting the tunnel. Her transformation from a fearsome yokai to a more protective figure emphasizes Dandadan's theme of unlikely friendships. She even starts showing genuine care for the protagonists, especially Okarun, whom she affectionately teases. Her interactions with Momo, Okarun, and later characters provide comic relief, but also reinforce her role as a key player in their battle against supernatural and alien threats. Relationships with the main cast Okarun, Ken Takakura. Turbo Granny's relationship with Okarun begins as a hostile one, but evolves into a comedic mentor-student dynamic. She's constantly ribbing him for being pathetic, yet is often the first to come to his aid. Their banter is one of the highlights of the series, with Turbo Granny's sharp tongue clashing with Okarun's earnest determination. Momo Ayase. While Momo and Turbo Granny don't share the same mentor-student rapport, their interactions are equally amusing. Momo often shows a no-nonsense attitude toward Turbo Granny, treating her as both a nuisance and a trusted ally. Turbo Granny respects Momo's strength and unwavering courage, albeit begrudgingly. Other characters. Turbo Granny's interactions with the extended cast, including Gigi and Era, further highlight her role as both comedic relief and a surprising font of wisdom. She often serves as a chaotic element that keeps the group on their toes, but her presence also helps to humanize the otherwise intense battles and missions. Differences between manga and anime. In the manga, Turbo Granny's design is grotesque yet humorous, with her feline and elderly features exaggerated for maximum impact. Her speed is depicted with dynamic panels, emphasizing her ghostly agility. If an anime adaptation exists or will in the future, expect her to gain even more personality through voice acting, which could add new layers to her sarcasm and humor. Her chase scenes would also gain a new level of intensity with fluid animation and sound effects. However, anime adaptations often tweak pacing, so her backstory or early battles might be condensed or expanded for dramatic effect. Fun facts about Turbo Granny. Based on urban legends, Turbo Granny's character is loosely inspired by Japanese urban legends of speeding yokai, particularly tales of supernatural entities that haunt tunnels. Her iconic speed. Turbo Granny's name comes from her unmatched speed, often outrunning the protagonists in absurd chase sequences. Favorite insults. She has a knack for colorful language, frequently mocking the cast in uniquely creative ways, often calling Okarun a sniveling brat or worse. Secret soft side. Despite her brash exterior, she genuinely grows to care about the group, even risking her existence to protect them during critical battles. Final thoughts. Why Turbo Granny matters. Turbo Granny is much more than a comedic side character. Her transformation from antagonist to ally is a testament to Dandadan's ability to blend humor, horror, and heartfelt storytelling. She's a character who keeps you laughing while delivering some of the most poignant moments in the series. Her growth reflects the series' central theme. Even the most terrifying forces can find redemption, friendship, and purpose. So next time you see a decrepit, hyper-fast yokai barreling toward you in a tunnel, maybe don't run. You might just make a friend for life, or at least someone who'll roast you while saving your skin. What do you think of Turbo Granny? Would you want her as an ally, or are you sprinting the other way?